Hello and welcome to China Shortcuts,
the European Chamber's weekly catch-up on China's business landscape.
This episode was recorded on 11th June 2025. Data released by China's customs authorities on 9th June showed that the country's export growth slowed further in May from the past 2 months, while the fall in its imports accelerated.
The total value of China's exports in US dollar terms increased 4.8% year-on-year in May, with the pace of growth dropping sharply from the 8.1% recorded in April. A key factor behind the slowdown was a significant drop in China's exports to the US over the past 2 months. Compared to March, when China's exports surged 12.4% as many exporters rushed to get their shipments out before US President Donald Trump's promised announcements of tariffs in April, China's total exports to the US decreased 28% by May. This fall was partially offset by a rise in exports to other markets. China's exports to the EU increased 15% during the same period. The total value of imports dropped 3.4% year-on-year, with the pace of decrease accelerating from the previous month. Here, again, the decrease in imports from the US was a contributing factor, falling 13% from March to May. However, the decline was not unique to US imports, as even China's imports from members of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations decreased 11% during the same period amid weak domestic demand.
Data published by the Statistics Bureau on 9th June revealed that deflationary pressures in China intensified in May, as producer prices entered their 32nd consecutive month of decline, and consumer prices also dropped for the 4th month in a row.
Producer prices fell 3.3% year-on-year, which was the sharpest decrease recorded since July 2023. The Statistics Bureau attributed this primarily to a significant decline in the prices of production materials. Consumer price deflation remained minimal at 0.1% year-on-year. However, the reading came on top of an already low base from last year and marked the 4th consecutive month of decline. A key factor behind this was a drop in food prices and consumer goods prices, which was offset somewhat by an increase in prices for services.
According to a statement shared by the Ministry of Commerce on 6th June, China's services trade grew rapidly in the first 4 months of 2025, with China's trade deficit declining substantially compared to the same period last year.
While exports still made up less than half of the country's services trade, their total value increased more than 14% year-on-year. The total value of services that China imported in the January-April period also rose, but much more modestly at nearly 4%. This resulted in China's overall services trade deficit decreasing by almost 19% year-on-year. Travel services exports saw the fastest growth among all services segments, increasing by almost 80% year-on-year.
Listen to the full episode on our WeChat account or your preferred podcast platform. On 7th June, China's Ministry of Commerce issued a statement on its website, answering questions from media about the meeting that took place on 3rd June between Minister of Commerce Wang-Šefčovič and the European Commissioner for Trade Wang-Šefčovič in Paris.
Topics discussed during the meeting included the ongoing negotiations of electric vehicle price commitments, China's anti-dumping probe into EU brandy, and its export controls on rare earth minerals. The statement highlighted that China plans to issue a final announcement about the brandy probe by the 5th of July. Regarding export controls, the ministry said it attaches great importance to the concerns raised by the European side and is willing to establish a green channel for eligible applications to speed up the approval process. The Chamber has been in regular contact with the Chinese authorities on this issue and will continue to monitor the situation and make constructive recommendations based on industry realities.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the European Union and China. It's a milestone that highlights the long-standing and evolving partnership between these two major global players. The 50th anniversary is a testament to the enduring and fruitful cooperation that has been built over the years.
Over the past 5 decades, EU-China relations have grown and diversified significantly. The partnership has evolved from a primarily trade-focused relationship to one that encompasses a wide range of areas, including technology, environmental protection, and cultural exchanges. As European businesses eye opportunities in China and Chinese businesses accelerate their expansion into the European market, the need for strong and effective collaboration is paramount.
Join us for a special business reception on 17th June in Beijing, celebrating this significant milestone in EU-China collaboration. This event is an effective platform for facilitating communication and cooperation between multinational enterprises. Don't miss this exceptional opportunity to connect, learn, and chart your path to success with industry leaders, entrepreneurs, and business partners, old and new, in a relaxed and elegant atmosphere.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in again next week.
In the meantime, please find the useful links in the episode notes.